This team is absolutely busted in the Color Cup. It is like a secret hack that you can use and get guaranteed wins. I'm on a 17 and 3 streak. I reached almost 2300 yellow with this in my yellow reveal after rank 20. And this is Trevenant and the Toxapex score with the Tentacruel safe switch. So in the first game, we pick up a lead against the Shadow Magneton, which is really bad for the backline. So I'm going to stay in with my Ghost Tree and I really want to get rid of this guy. So which is why I'm going to invest both shields, and I'm happy with just taking out the Magneton. Even if I'm going to go down the shield, that's fine with me. Really want to get rid of this bad boy. Go for the seed bomb, take out the guy, and I'm going to save switch my Tentacruel no matter who comes in. And he has Emolga. So in the very first match, we have the biggest core breaker, if not the biggest, one of the spicy core breakers, because it can hit like discharge on the water boys. It can go for aerial ace on the Ghost Tree. So can we possibly win this game? So he save switches to, he stores up a lot of energy. Good play by the opponent, and I think he's going to just save the guy because he knows it's super good against my team. Even though he shields the guy here, the angry electrode, that's fine by me. I'm going to come in with the Ghost Tree and farm him down, and now he's going to bring in the Emolga, and let's see if we can possibly win this game. That does a lot of damage, way more than I thought. So I think I'm going to just stay in and force him to go for a move, and no, I end up catching. I do one better, catch the aerial ace, and I do have the loaded seed bomb. So this match is over. But yeah, opponent sees the writing on the wall and concedes the match, just like Home Slice Henry says. And the match was completely over at that point, because with the poison jab damage, I would have easily outsped him. And take a look at that, it's a 5-0 in this set. Okay, so I'm just going to be showing you once I cast this Lapras, the bad girl Lapras, and now we are going to be getting into a second match. I forgot to record the first two games, but they were also wins. So you can see we are 3-0 so far. Started recording from the third match because I realized how OP this team is. Pick up a lead against Rose Raid, and it does run the weather ball. I overfarm by one because I know he might predict the catch, and I do end up catching the weather ball anyway, even though he throws after one more bullet seed, and he responds with the Seeking. I know I can survive a Drillin from this train. Seeking hits hard. Seeking hits really hard. But then after this like poison spray, I can shield once with my like Ghost Tree and farm this thick fish all the way down. So there goes Seeking. Nom nom nom. Just takes out my Tentacruel, but I'm happy with that. I've baited out the potential counter to the poison type, and now I'm going to just farm down this guy. Even though he goes for the icy event, the Shadow Ball is going to do a lot of damage on the glassy Rose Raid. So I'm going to bait with a seed bomb. It's very easy to bait with the guy, the Ghost Tree. I get the shield, and now I'm going to go for a Shadow Ball. Does the opponent want to give up his final shield, or does he let the Rose Raid go? Boom! Out goes Rose Raid. Now we have two Mons against the Credilly, and this match is absolutely over. There's nothing he can do. I'm just going to go straight Sludge Waves, and there's really nothing Credilly can do. Toxapex is super OP. I think it's ranked 1 on PV Poke, and that's for a reason. You'll see that this Trevenant Toxapex core is the most toxic and common core. I know it's not the most interesting team out there, but it's a team that will get you guaranteed wins, and it's just so good against the entire meta. You don't have to worry about anything. You just farm down the opponent at this point. The opponent sees the writing on the wall and concedes the match, like Home Slice says. So that's a big shout out to Home Slice Henry. Absolutely love his content, and this is going to be a 4-0. Can we make this 5? And you're going to see how insane this team is, because I went on a 17 and 3 streak, which is basically 1-5-0 and 3-4-1s. So I'm yet to have a negative set with this team. It's always 3-2 at least after that. So we pick up a lead against the Toxapex. So this is the most like common lead. He will also have the Ghost Tree in the back. I'm going to throw the Shadow Ball at an awkward timing so that he like doesn't make a catch or anything, and I'm going to try to catch a Sludge Wave here. I do end up like catching it. Did he go for the Sludge, or did he bait with the Brine? Let's see. He goes for a Brine bait, which is absolutely fine by me. I'm not even like worried about that. In comes his own Ghost Tree. I can survive whatever he goes for. Go for the Acid Spray, and that's going to debuff his defense. He does bait me with the seed bomb. I don't know if he built up to Shadow Ball. I mean, I did know when I was playing the games, but now recording this, I really don't remember. I can reach another Sludge, another Acid Spray. This forces the Ghost Tree to go for a move, because from this point it will have taken him out. I can farm down his Ghost Tree with my own, and he did have the famous core of the Ghost Tree and the Toxapex, which is the most common core. In the back, he has a Shadow of Omosno, and there's nothing the poor opponent can do. Opponent sees writing on the wall again, and is that the third concede in this set already? 3 matches and 3 concedes. That's insane, and that's a 5-0. As you can see, that's how easy it is, guys. That's how easy this team is. Honestly, it feels like a hack. And now that I've like talked you through one set, I have a lot more games here, but I'm just going to tell you how to play the team. You want to really save the Ghost Tree in case they have mud boys in the background types. That's what the poison guys like struggle against ground and electric, so it's really important to catch them on the lead. And as you can see, he has a lantern, so I'm going to stay in with the ghost tree because I don't need a lot of health on the ghost tree to beat the lantern. Go for shadow ball, and I'm going to try to catch the sludge on my tentacruel. And even if you fail the catch, it doesn't matter. Remember that the tentacruel is your mid game specialist. It's your safe switch, it's also your counter switch. It can just debuff everything and win switch, or just make it easier for the next mon to come and farm down. So this is how you want to play the team, and you want to leave the Toxapex as a closer because it's supremely tanky. It can take out most mons in even shield scenarios. As you can see, I can just farm down this Toxapex all the way. I was like counting his moves, and he brings in the lantern. I can go for an acid spray again, get some meaningful like damage with these poison jabs, and he's in the range where I can go for a seed bomb and take him out. I'm going to do that. Let's see if he wants to invest a shield. He does. That's fine by me. I can tank a thunderbolt from this range. I'm not really worried. I'm worried about a snipe, so I'm being very careful. I thought he would snipe, and he's forced to switch out to Shadow Charizard because remember his lantern was debuffed. So even though I brought in the Toxapex aggressively, he had no choice. Otherwise I would have poison jabbed him down, and that's why your Tentacruel is so important, because Tentacruel just gets those debuffs and makes the matchups amazing in the end game. And go for a Brian, take out the guy. This match is over. There's nothing you can do. Opponent sees the writing on the wall, and that's a fourth concede, guys. That's 4 matches out of 4 that the opponent has conceded. This team is just crazy. I mean, this team feels like a cheat code. Honestly, it feels like a hack that I'm using to get these wins. And how many battles do we have? I think I still have 4 battles left. So if you're still at this point, stay in because you're going to learn a lot of important matchups. Like the Emolga. This is the best core breaker that our team can face. So I'm going to go for a seed bomb bait. Very difficult to beat Emolga. So I'm going to stay in here, go for a seed bomb bait, and the opponent calls it. So you might think that this is terrible, but I make a catch. That's the first catch of the game. Beautiful catch because that wastes quite a bit of his energy, because now he has to go for discharge anyway. He safe switches to the little electric boy, the charger bug. So the opponent is running a very spicy but a very good team for the meta because there's so many water types, and Emolga and like charger bug both can do pretty well against ghost tree in spite of being electric types. So this is a pretty good team. It's spicy but it's good, and he's going to go for a farm down, but he cannot get there. That's the beauty of Tentacruel. Going for those acid sprays just makes it so much easier for the next mon to come in and farm down. Can shield the crunch. He's expecting the ghost tree obviously, and I'm going to farm him all the way down. There's not much he can do, and we're at even shields. In comes the Emolga, and I think against the Emolga seed bomb, I think he's in seed bomb range right now. So I'm going to go for the seed bomb, get the shield, and this is a CMP. He has the back-to-back, mind you. I was counting the moves very accurately, and now I'm going to catch the next aerial ace on the Toxapex. So 2 catches in the game is surely going to seal the match for us. We farm him down. Opponent sees the writing on the wall, and again that's a 5th concede. That's like 100% concede ratio so far. The opponents are just heartbroken to see the Toxapex in the back after Tentacruel comes in and poison sprays everything. Oof, it's just insane. This is probably one of the best teams I've ever played in any cup. So pick up a lead against Macargo, and this is looking really bad. It's a hard counter lead. Luckily, he's staying in. He's going to fire off a Stone Edge or a Rock Tomb and switch out. Let's see what he goes for. Goes for the Stone Edge. That does quite a lot of damage, and he responds with the Ghost Tree. That's fine. I'm hoping that now that we have lured out the ghost tree, hopefully Toxa can sweep in the back. That's how this team works, right? It's an ABB team. I can let this go because I can come in with my own ghost tree and farm him all the way down. And that's looking fine. I mean, it's not looking the best because Toxa has to do some heavy lifting to win this game. We were hard counted on the lead. So can we come back and win this game? So I think, is this enough for Shadow Ball? No, because I'm clearly no shielding it. So it's a seed bomb. I'm going to let this go. In comes the guy, the fire turtle, and I'm going to bring in my Toxapex. And if you notice, he's staying in. So this means that his last mon should be weak to Toxapex. I mean, I think the switch clock is also misaligned. Before I get too excited, I think the switch clock is also misaligned because Tentacruel stayed in against him. He went for a Stone Edge. So yeah, so maybe he's just staying in for that. Anyway, I can reach the Brines one after another. Brine is like double super effective, and even though it's a horrible move, it's going to take out the Rocky Turtle from this point. I can just shield. Do I shield this or do I let it go? Because I can even tank this. Okay, I'm going to shield because honestly there's no other move which will do a lot, and I'm going to just catch the moves here on my ghost tree. I really wanted to CMP sack the Shadow Ball. That would have been fancy, but in the back he has Alolan Marowak, and it's not over at all. This is super tight. I really wanted to switch out, but as you see, my switch clock was not up, so it ends up becoming a catch. I wanted to snipe him, but I end up catching it. Oh well, let's see if we can pull this off now. Hard counter on the lead and unable to make the catch, unable to make the CMP sack. So I'm going to count the moves perfectly, go for the Brine just before he reaches his next Bone Club. I don't want to take that damage. Now I have to outpace the guy. Can we get there? Yes, we can. And Toxapex pulls off the biggest of heists, takes down the guy, the Rocky Fire Turtle, and we win the game. So I think that's the first game that the opponent did not actually concede the match. And as you can see, this is stupid like guy, the Frillish. And I remember after this match, I'm going to be playing a match. I get a call in the middle, so I think there's going to be an interruption in the video, but that's not going to matter because it's going to be at an insignificant time. You'll see the ending of the video anyway. So we pick up a lead against Bruxish. I really wanted to show this because kudos to the opponent for running so much spice. I can go straight for a Seed Bomb. It's 3 confusions to each move for the Bruxish, so I can just stay in here. I don't want to take a Poison Fang on my Tentacruel and debuff his defense, so I just want to stay in here and I can outpace him. I can easily win this. I think I can farm him down. Come on, Ghost Tree. 2 more Shadow Claws. Farm down the guy. I'm going to save switch to my Tentacruel instantly because I have a loaded energy. And yes, Ampharos. Okay, so is this the match that I lose? Because it surely looks like it. So crazy spice run by the opponent. So much respect to this guy. Love this guy for running such a spicy team. So in comes the Ampharos. He goes for the move. I'm not going to shield this. Debuff his defense. Maybe I should have gone for Scald. And in hindsight, I think I should have gone for Scald because it would have put him into farm down range for even Toxapex, right? So I think it's a misplay. I win the CMP here, which is great. I was counting his moves precisely. And take out the Ampharos. He doesn't want to shield this. In the back, he has his own Toxapex. And there's going to be a shootout between the 2 Toxapexes. This is the last game. Let's see if our own Toxapex can pull this off. I'm expecting him to go straight Sludge. No point in baiting. So I'm going to shield, expecting a Sludge. And I get that call right. So now if I can bait with a Brine, I think I'm in a better position. But I feel like he might expect me to go for the Brine and call it, but he shields the first one as well. So this is not looking great. It's going to come down to IVs. My Toxapex has brilliant IVs. I think it's rank 40 or 50. So this is going to come down to IVs and a few extra Shadow Claws that I got with my Ghost Tree. I got 3 Shadow Claws. So it's going to come down to that. We're going to keep throwing these moves at each other, and there's going to be a race. He is ahead by 3 or 4 poison jabs. Opponent's playing amazing, CMPing me each time so that I don't sneak in any poison jabs. Amazing play by the opponent. And now I have to farm him down before he reaches his next Brine. Come on, Toxapex, can we pull this off? And yes, we can. Toxapex with the clutch. We are on an insane streak, guys. Just use this team. It's a hack. And finally, this match is over. That's a great game. And I hope I see you guys in the next one. Let's go. Okay, and this is also my